Hello, welcome. Today we are going to explore something that can transform your life and your relationships. The 9 things a wise person should never say. These lessons come from an inspiring story about a young man who visits a wise man in search of wisdom. The wise man challenges him to live in silence for 10 days, during which he learns fundamental principles for a more harmonious and intelligent life. These lessons include: never reveal others' secrets. Do not share all your plans. Avoid personal complaints. Do not boast about acts of kindness. Do not discuss others' flaws. Do not express unfounded fears. Do not talk about your wealth or possessions. This story serves as a guide for someone as wise as you to apply these lessons in your daily life, to become a more wise and balanced person. Gossip. Let's start with something many of us have experienced. Gossip. Imagine you are at work having a coffee when someone says, "Did you see what happened to Juliana?" Or the boss called Ricardo's attention. Your heart races and curiosity awakens. But ask yourself, do you really need to know what happened? Gossip is like melting ice cream. It seems sweet at first but soon turns into a sticky mess. Intelligent people know that gossip is a poison disguised as fun. A study from the University of California reveals that gossip occupies 65% of our daily conversations. But how can we avoid this trap? The key is to redirect this energy. Instead of spreading gossip, share knowledge or positive ideas. Try the 5-day no gossip challenge and see how it transforms your relationships. Speaking on impulse. Now let's talk about something that happens to many of us. Have you ever felt your words come out before your brain processes them? This happens even to the best of us. Intelligent people know that strategic silence is powerful. A study from Harvard University reveals that those who think before speaking are seen as more intelligent and trustworthy. How can you avoid hasty words? Before speaking, especially in tense situations, pause and count to 5. Those few seconds can make the difference between a rational response and one you'll regret. Additionally, practice mindfulness and use the acronym THINK. True, helpful, inspiring, necessary, kind. If what you're about to say doesn't meet at least 3 of these criteria, it might be better not to speak. Lies. This can destroy relationships. It's like building a house of cards. Each lie is an added card, making the structure increasingly unstable. A puff of wind and it all collapses. Intelligent people know that honesty, although sometimes uncomfortable, always brings better long-term results. Think of your relationships as a bank account. Every time you are honest, you make a deposit. Each lie is a withdrawal. Too many withdrawals and you're in the red. The key is to find a balance between honesty and kindness. For example, if someone doesn't want to hear your opinion, it might be better to just say, "I'll let you handle this." Remember, lies steal from us the opportunity to be true to ourselves. Intimate financial details. When it comes to money, it's wise to keep your intimate financial details private. Imagine your bank account as a safe full of treasures. Would you give the combination to just anyone? Of course not. Sharing intimate financial details is like inviting everyone to rummage through your wallet. A study from the University of Chicago reveals that those who keep their finances private tend to have healthier and less competitive relationships. Keeping your finances private avoids envy and judgment and also protects you from scammers and opportunists. If someone pressures you to share your financial details, respond with humor or polite answers like, "Relax, I won't need a loan this month, friend." Remember, your financial situation is personal and should remain so. Provocations. Provocations are like annoying commercials that interrupt your favorite show. What do? Change the channel, right? The same applies to provocations. Intelligent people know that behind a provocation, there is usually insecurity, pain, or boredom. Avoiding provocations doesn't weaken you. It requires more strength. It's like resisting the last slice of pizza when you're on a diet. When someone tries to provoke you, think of yourself as a wall, letting the provocations hit and fall. Another technique is to use humor as a shield with jokes that deflect provocations. Remember, by avoiding provocations, you are strengthening your emotional muscle. Speaking in anger. The best response to anger is silence. Anger is a powerful emotion that can easily dominate us, but an intelligent person knows that true wisdom lies in controlling that anger. Imagine a forest fire. The uncontrolled fire destroys everything in its path. Anger is like that fire. When we let our anger take over, we burn relationships and our own peace of mind. However, if we can control this fire, we can use it for something constructive. How many times have you let yourself be carried away by anger and said something you regretted later? The key is to practice patience and self-control, transforming reactions into thoughtful responses. Oversharing on social media. Have you ever wondered if sharing every detail of your life on social media is a good idea? Imagine your life as a house, and social media as the windows of that house. Do you want everyone looking inside? Probably not. Social media are incredible tools when used wisely. The key is to find a balance between sharing and protecting. Even tech experts are cautious about what they post online. They understand the risks. Think of your posts as digital tattoos. Once posted, they can stay there forever. Use strong passwords, activate two-factor security, and think before posting. Mocking others, making fun of someone, says more about the mocker than the mocked. Next time you mock someone, ask yourself if you really felt superior or just insecure. Psychology teaches us that ridicule is often a defense mechanism. There's a better way to protect yourself: empathy. Instead of mocking someone, put yourself in their place. If someone mocks you, use stoic wisdom. The best response is not to retaliate in kind. Imagine the scene. Someone makes a mocking comment about your clothes. Instead of retaliating or feeling embarrassed, you smile and thank them for the observation, saying, "I love experimenting with fashion." You disarm the person with humor and confidence. Empty promises. When you commit to something you know you can't or won't fulfill, you're making empty promises. Empty promises are like checks with no funds. They seem good at the moment, but when it's time to cash them, there's nothing behind them. Why do we fall into this trap? Our brain seeks social approval, and saying yes seems like an easy way to please others. However, in the long run, this strategy can be costly. Imagine your brain as a bank. Every promise is a deposit in the trust account of another person. If you don't fulfill it, you're making a big withdrawal. Too many withdrawals and you're in the red. Learn to say no and be realistic with your commitments. Respect for beliefs and religion. An intelligent person understands that each person has their own experiences and reasons for their beliefs. Imagine a garden with a variety of flowers, each with its unique color, shape, and fragrance. Each flower represents a different belief or religion. Now visualize a gardener who only values one species of flower, ignoring or pulling out all the others. That gardener loses the beauty and diversity of the garden. Similarly, when we disrespect others' beliefs, we lose the opportunity to learn from the diversity of human thoughts and experiences. The mark of a wise person is the ability to learn from everyone. This has been a journey through the 9 things a wise person should never say. I hope these lessons have been useful and inspiring for you. Remember, intelligence is not just an intellectual capacity but in the wisdom to choose the right words and act with integrity. Share this video with someone who can benefit from these wisdoms and continue to challenge yourself to be a more wise and balanced person. Until next time.